Someone commented asking me to try the #1 Holy Grail products and to show you in real time all my top picks for the Sephora sale. So that is what this video is. I would love it if you'd follow me on my other channels. I talk about a bunch of other things with health, beauty, wellness, makeup, all the things. So make sure to follow me on there, linked down below, as well as all the products mentioned in this video will be linked below as well. So let's get started. Per your request, I felt like this video was very needed. I can do another one with my non-toxic picks. I can do whatever you want. I realize also I should probably talk about brushes. Holy Grails, let's get into it. Starting off with skin prep, of course, our Paula's Choice BHA. Two products that I have from Paula's Choice is their lip and this BHA. I love their skincare. I feel like their price is very affordable and their ingredients are really good. Not forgetting to do the neck, around the face, and specifically around your nose. And that is always the first step to my makeup routine if I'm especially doing like a full glam look or I'm gonna be layering a bunch of products. I wanna make sure my skin is clean of anything and has that extra layer of any type of like crusty sitting on top. It gets rid of that. The next step is gonna be using my Ilia Base Face Milk. It's a moisturizer, but really it's a milk, so you put it on like this, soaks in, so it's good for any skin type. Using something like a milk is going to be the best way to hydrate your skin. And I do like to put this product under my eyes, and you can clearly see how bouncy and hydrated, supple my skin is. Make sure that's fully soaked in until you move on to the next step. Tatcha does make one of my favorite SPFs. This is the Tatcha, the Sun Silk SPF 50. And because this is Holy Grail, it's so hard for me to pick my favorite thing because of the skin tints and then the sticks, like they're different, and the liquid foundation, but because I'm applying it, I can only literally pick one. This is the CL, by the way. I realize I kept saying that wrong in the last video, but the CL, I use color light medium. Every time I do this directly on my face, I get it all over my pants. Realistically, put it on the back of your hand. A little bit goes a long way. I actually am realizing that because I forgot I need a lot less than what I put on. For it being called a tinted serum, it's definitely almost a foundation. It has more coverage than any other tint I've used, and it does look flawless on the skin still. I don't know how they did it, but it definitely has more coverage than others that I've mentioned that I love, like the Tower 28, Say Slip Tint. Those are definitely a lot lighter, so if you want something lighter, go with that. But sometimes for me in the winter, I don't know what it is, like I do like a little bit more coverage in makeup, and maybe it's because I'm more pale that I just want to like cover it up. I don't know. Because we're doing Holy Grails, I can't leave these out. I'm not going to put them on because I just did this, but the Merit Stick and the Dior Stick are, I've told you a trillion times, they're the best. I use color 2N for Dior, and then here I'll kind of toy between Bisque and Sand. Just saying, this is a brand new tube of the Kosas concealer. I'm going to try a new color today, 03W. The thing I don't have and the thing I want is the Kosas concealer in the like color corrector one. Don't have it, but I'm going to get that on the sale, so that's definitely something to note. Of all my concealer brushes that are from Sephora, two favorites, one from Hourglass, but even more of a favorite recently has been this one from House Labs because I feel like it just gets it in there and disperses the product really well. I give the concealer a second to dry down before blending it in and then just working it out and up. I also love the one from Natasha Denona. I haven't been using it as much lately. There's no real reason why, I just haven't reached for it. I have so many to pick from. Maybe that would have been a favorite. I guess I need to, sometimes I forget, like I forget to use the products that I have because I have so many new products coming in all the time. I forget how amazing some of them are. And that one is for sure one of those ones that's amazing. That concealer just is, ugh, it's so perfect. The #1 contour that I'm going to use is Westman Atelier. I've been having people reach out to me and be like, is that still your favorite? And the answer is yes, it is still my favorite. I have the Mary Phillips palette right here. I've been testing out and trying and using. I like it. It's good. You know, Westman Atelier to me feels like going to a restaurant where they don't make modifications. They have 10 things on the menu, and the 10 things on the menu they do exceptionally well. Clean ingredients, perfect colorways, wears really, really well. It looks good on everyone's skin. Price is on the higher end, but it's so worth it. It's like an experience. I love the magnet clothes. I love the packaging on them. I love the colors. I love so much about it. That's why I am maybe their #1 fan. By the way, before I started filming, I hydrated my lips with this peptide lip from Paula's Choice. I already talked about it in my other video because it's my favorite lip balm right now. Let's just go ahead and fill in our brows since we're here. This is the Brow Pop from Kosas Kosas in color Taupe. It's been the one that I keep returning back to. I used to use the one from Refi, but I found that the one from Refi has a lot more pigment and payoff. It's really hard for me to control. I feel like because my hair is so light and their lightest color is a little bit too dark, it would just look like I overdid it really quickly. I feel like this, I can't go too overboard and they still look really natural. I can't not use Rosy by Say just because it was literally my #1 blush for like an entire year. I have a full collection of blushes and I didn't even reach for a single one because I just wanted to use this one over and over again. I love the color. I love the pigment. I love how long it lasts. I think it is just such a perfect color for me, especially this time of year, kind of coming into fall, winter. My overall color is definitely more spring. You can see this color is just all season. Like I feel like all season long I can pull off this blush, and I find that I have been trying to replicate this blush in so many different brands. That's why I had so many other ones to mention, because they're all like spin-offs of this exact same blush. It just warms up my face a little bit, gives me that blushy tone without being like too pink or too red or too berry. My dry Q-tip hack for the lids and for under the eyes, just a little bit to get rid of any excess product. Let's go ahead and set our under eyes. Makeup by Mario Fair Pink Powder. If you've been watching my videos for a while and you still don't have this powder, I'm shocked by the amount of times I've mentioned it, talked about it, and said how much I love it. So making sure to get rid of the excess product and then just going in really gently under the eyes. And I also bring this onto the lid. And if you want to powder the rest of your face, the Kosas Cloud Set, this is in color Breezy, F2 brush from Makeup by Mario. Every single brush he has ever made is incredible. His, and I would also suggest going to Hourglass. Oh, the other one I would go for is Say. And you can see that my skin looks set in place, but it's also still glowy and dewy and natural. That is always kind of what we're going for. I don't always go in with powder bronzer, but if I was going to, the Makeup by Mario powder, and this is in color medium. A little hack I've always loved is just to use your powder bronzer as your eyeshadow, because it will bring in colors that you've used on the rest of your face, and that way you don't need to use a full eyeshadow palette. And my favorite powder blush right now is Hibiscus Haze from Haus Labs. Such a pretty color. I like it because it doesn't really have a shimmer in it. I'm not a big shimmer blush girl. This is also a great brush, and it's from Refi. Picking my #1 eyeshadow palette only because it's compact, small, easy to use, has all the colors I need. The Idealist palette from Hourglass. I just literally mix these two colors, complementing that blush we just used. It's a little bit deeper. I love these little champagne-y eye shimmers, and I like to just pop that on the actual lid. And I recently went to a wedding and I only used this palette, and the colors just looked so pretty. The Anastasia brow gel. I have the mini one, but I will be getting the large size. It's definitely on the medium hold side. I don't really love anything that's like too hard. And I don't really love anything that's like too light. I also was asked a question about my favorite brow gel that's clean, non-toxic. This one from Kosas. There's also the one from Ilia, and there's also the one from Rare Beauty. I feel like they all have the same amount of hold, and I feel like it's on that lighter side. I haven't found a non-toxic gel for the brows that isn't a light hold. Rare Beauty True Brown Gel Liner. This is empty, by the way. This is like my last little inch of it. I've already purchased this twice, and I just tightline the outside edges. And if you really want to do like a little shadowy wing, you can easily just draw this line up and then use your finger and pull out, and you have a perfect wing. I'm gonna add something a little crazy here. I love to use my taupe brow that I was using earlier and just like throw on a couple dots, get a little bit of that freckle moment going. I already have them, so it does blend really nicely. I've been liking it lately. The Refi eyelash curler, I didn't link, but is #1 best eyelash curler I've ever used, but I couldn't find it on Sephora's website, so either it's not out yet or they don't sell it. Westman Atelier Lit Up Highlighter Stick in color Nectar will forever be the best highlight stick I've ever used. It's perfectly tacky, it's not wet at all, it doesn't move your makeup underneath of it, and it lasts forever and has a little shimmer in it, but not glitter. Best mascara. I don't need to say anything else. It just is. I kick myself for not mentioning this in my favorites video. I don't know what I was thinking. Forgot about it and blanked, but this is the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. I'm sure it's everyone's #1 pick for lip right now. It is just so hot. Every makeup artist has it in their kit and they're using it on me as much as they were using Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. Like, it is the next new and improved best lip color, I think, for everyone. And the Lip Siggy from Mary Phillips. This is a color Tickled Pink, and that will bring out a little bit of that pink blush. And I just kind of focus this on the inside. And if you want to put a balm over that, this is the Peptide Balm. And out of all the setting sprays that I mentioned, Makeup by Mario is #1. All right, guys, that completes the makeup video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you. I hope you get some favorite finds at Sephora. Let me know if you have any suggestions for another video. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.